Welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to be doing, what is it? Right. GameChanger Audio's Light Pedal. It's a reverb and even kind of like modulation effects within it. It does some crazy like tremolo stuff, does some feedback, whatnot. And anyway, it's probably one of the coolest reverbs I've seen in a while. We're not really going to do a review, but I'm at least going to demo the pedal. So we'll see what you think about it. And yeah, I put together a little piece of music for you. I think first I'll just kind of play it and let you hear what it sounds like without any accompaniment, so it doesn't get too busy. Well, we're back. Yeah, I think that reverb is pretty dang cool. When I'm listening, I can definitely hear what sounds to me kind of like natural resonating frequency type thing, like harmonics. So, you know, like when you hit a string, it's especially obvious on a piano when you hit the pedal and it lifts all the mallets up, and then you hit a key and then they all start resonating. So that's kind of like a natural resonating frequency at its best. But actually, it happens on a guitar as well, like acoustic guitars and whatnot. Like when you hit an open E, it'll resonate, all of them at kind of varying degrees. And not the A string as much, but it'll definitely resonate the G and the B. And it kind of makes a cool effect. It seems like that's maybe what GameChanger was trying to do, was introduce these sort of harmonics to make the sound much fuller and have a really high top end, but not that's, you know, too crazy that's hurting you and hurting your ear. Something that I would want to do is put a vocal through this. I think vocal could be awesome with this pedal going through it. You know, it's obviously not the first time that people have thrown vocals through like a guitar effect pedal. Anyway, so what GameChanger says is, kind of maybe try to paraphrase, but first analog optical spring reverb that uses infrared optical sensors to harvest the full timbre and harmonic range of spring reverb tank. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I just said, but more concise and more clear. Anyway, it's saying it takes a lot of energy to push a audio signal through some springs, and so a lot of harmonic content gets lost between the one side and the other side, and so that's why they introduced the light coming in infrared, so they can measure the change in spring as it's going along, I'm guessing. You know, it kind of reminds me of like the LA2A, how it's like a compressor based on light, like an optical compressor. So they kind of blended those technologies together, but in the reverb sense. And then it says, let's see, this method opens up much wider range of frequencies, harmonics, overtones, textures that are otherwise lost in mechanical reverberation process. Such as, using optical sensors also opens doors to some new effects types like optical reverb tremolo. And that's kind of what I was talking about with the what was it? The modulation type effects. Optical reverb modulation. Oh yeah, there you go. And optical harmonic shimmer. The results wide variety of analog reverb sounds ranging from classic to experimental to pure magic. Okay. Well, if you need a little magic sprinkled on your guitar playing, or, you know, for me, guitar pedals kind of become something that are really inspiring to use. You know, it makes, I think it is kind of like a cool motivator to play, and then you kind of go places that you maybe wouldn't have gone without that pedal. Played things in a certain way that you maybe wouldn't have played. So I think they are pretty cool for inspiration. This reverb pedal ends up being, what was it, like $350. So that's kind of a high price for some inspiration. But it's not as high as maybe buying a new guitar or buying a new amplifier, unless you're going for the cheap stuff, which, you know, sometimes is good. Something that I didn't mention was, so the audio you heard was going through a JTM 45, through pedals first. So it's a Nobel overdrive and a Omni plate reverb, and then the light pedal was in the front of my signal this time, and then obviously into a looper. So those things that you heard were looper tracks. Yeah, anyway, hopefully you liked the video, and hope to see you next time. We'll be doing some more effects things, also just some helpful studio tips that I've figured out over the years, and acquired gear and things like that, things that I think that every studio should have, especially if you have multiple amplifiers. Anyway, thanks for coming along on this journey with me, and have a fantastic day.